I'm sorry, but rules are rules, right? Correct. But we thank you, Ms. Gonzalez, for your sense of humor, too. Our next panelist needs no introduction to us because he's a beloved executive member of our local PTA and Miami-Dade County school family. Mr. Joseph Gebara, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, will be providing a community's perspective, as he is a small business owner and the first vice president of Miami-Dade PTA and the Title I District Advisory Council chairperson. So, Mr. Gebara, you going to speak from over there?
I was going to sit here, but Luz got me amped up.
All right. Okay, so then come on down.
All right. In fact, I think the first thing I'm going to do is pick up on what she said about pressing a pause button. So I'm going to press a pause button on what we're talking about to say that that's exactly what's needed. Just a slow down to what's going on. And let me first say also, aside from Common Core and what we're discussing here today, if more people voted, if more people were engaged in the process, if more people took the time to truly care, we would not have these discussions. I say this to parents all the time. The biggest battles we will ever face, the biggest battles we will ever fight are not here at our school board, are not here at the Dade County Board, City of Miami Commission, but they're in Tallahassee. And if you do not communicate with that individual who represents you, your vote does not matter, your vote does not count. So with that said, I just want to get back to Common Core, but Luz hit the point about pressing the pause button. Let's unpause. And I wear many hats, and I will do my best to stay within the next 3 minutes. As a small business owner, here's what I hear from my clients who are traveling here from Latin America and other parts to settle here in South Florida. First thing they ask me, my South American clients, ¿Qué tal las escuelas? How are the schools? What am I going to say? Outstanding. Right on cue, too. That was intended. The schools are outstanding. Yeah, but I'm buying a $2 million condo downtown. I hear good things about Southside, Ada Merritt, Ponce. How about the other ones? They're great. Those kids end up in private schools. Those are FTEs we lose. Those are voices and funds that we lose to provide services for our most vulnerable, right? The ELLs, the students with special needs. As a PTA parent, as the first vice president of PTA, I travel to Tallahassee every year. In years past, I did it on my own dime. Now, the council pays for it, which is great. But I'm there, and I see the same 6 to 7 faces all the time. And the members of our delegation who see the same 6 and 7 faces all the time, they give you the general, hey, nice to see you, great. And that's it, it's a pat on the back. Nothing really gets done because our voices aren't being heard. They're not. In terms of advocacy, in terms of truly speaking for those students who we keep saying are the most vulnerable, right? Dr. Paneke over here was one of my professors in college, right? So I spent an internship at Feinberg Fisher in a ESE environment, 9 students, autism, special needs, and I fell in love with those kids. I did. I fell in love with them that after my internship, I stayed there nearly a year for free. But little by little, I realized that those students, those that we speak of as being the most vulnerable, in reality, those students, along with the learning English language learners, when you look at it, and let's be realistic and tell the truth here, when you look at it, they're ghosts within our school system. These are the students who are sometimes set aside in a classroom. These are the students, and I love UTD. I love everything that UTD does, but let's face it, these are the students sometimes where teachers are so overburdened by standards, merit pay. That teacher, perhaps not intentionally, focuses on that kid who's there nearly at a 4 and perhaps doesn't have the resources, the time to focus on that kid who could move up a little bit more. and now as Title I District Advisory Council Chair. I've been at this for 4 years. Thankfully, I can't be reelected again. But as you said, I visit schools. I make it a point. I don't get paid for this. I visit the Title I schools. And folks, if we don't address the true issues, Common Core, new standards, they won't matter. True issues of poverty, the true issues of how do we provide support to a teacher who's well-intended, but does not have the support or the resources. Our biggest battles are never going to be fought here locally. They're going to be fought in Tallahassee. And now, and I'm glad, Maria, whoever said it, I don't want to point you out, but LULAC is neither for or against. And to be quite frank with you, if you read the literature, I can't be for or against. There are great points and there are poor points, but it comes down to what? Advocacy and funding. You want me to do? Where's the funding for it? How do I apply my knowledge? How do I help these students reach those levels of proficiency if I don't have the support? It's Common Core today, Common Sense tomorrow, and another federal mandate that's unfunded or state mandate that's unfunded. More textbooks being purchased that are burned later on. I tell you, our biggest battles will not be fought here in Miami. They're fought in Tallahassee, and now they're fought in DC. And again, with Common Core, I see so many great things, and I see the district staff personnel here. I see great things, and I know teachers are trained, and I see it. But at the root of it, do we truly hit every child? Do we truly find a way to hit what I call, and I don't mind saying it, the ghosts within our school systems who are there and they're passed along and along and along? And then we wonder, and I commented to Gino earlier, and we wonder, why is it that we're spending nearly $40,000 a year on an inmate, $6,000 and change on a student? It doesn't make sense. Our priorities are backwards. And I'll leave it at that, and we'll continue the debate. Thank you.